We're going to do a full tour of my Forest River Wildwood FSX. Let's go. And be sure to stick around for the secret storage that I didn't even know I had. All right, first thing is first. Just a good look around. Down here you have your fire extinguisher, as well as your electric carbon monoxide detector. Now here, you have your awning, as well as your slide out controls. You have your water pump and your water heater. And then these are the LED lights on the outside. Oh, this light here is actually this inside light right here. So you have something you can turn on real quick when you come in. Then you do have your battery, the fresh tank, black tank, and gray tank. Gray tank's got a little bit of chemicals as well as water in it. That's why it's reading a little bit full. Black tank can be misread because sometimes if there's toilet paper stuck on the sensor, then it may not be accurate. Now over here, you have two USBs as well as two of your plugs. This is my closet. It's got a couple shirts, for storage. I can also keep my broom in there, dustpan. And then right here, we got more storage. Goes to the width of the trailer. Okay, this is the kitchen. This glass piece here did make me a little nervous when I bought it, but it actually is done pretty well in keeping it in place. But you do have two propane burners here. There's no stove with this RV, but you have a microwave, so it's no big deal. You have your light and your fan options for your stove vents. And then, of course, the on and off for the propane. You gotta push them in and twist. And then you have fire. And then down here, I keep just miscellaneous stuff. A game, wine opener, a couple tools and screws I didn't want lost. So this is our sink. And yeah, these nice counters on top to give you more counter space when you're not using the sink. So it makes it real handy. Down here, that's your propane heater. Keep on cruising. We got your storage. Behind that panel is actually your water heater. This is your electric box. Push button to open. Not an electrician, so I'm not going to tell you what all that does. We got our microwave here. And then storage for dishes or cups, things like that. Dry food, don't fear. You got two more USBs here, and then two more power outlets here. This is your fridge. I got the freezer. Trying not to waste too much power because I'm using my generator right now. I have it on the least cold option. And then your fridge. And then again with the least cold option. When you are towing, they have a latch here so that your fridge doesn't open up during travel days. We got a top bunk up here. Comes with the light. All the lights are push button. Then you also have your two USBs for this bunk there. Down here, you have the two USBs as well as the light right there. And then you have extra storage down this way. This is where you would find your temperature controls for your propane heater. And then your two USBs right here. Up here, two more of the electrical outlets, satellite and cable antennas. This is showing that you have Wi-Fi capability. It is pre-wired for it, and I am going to look into Wi-Fi here soon. Area of the dining room. And underneath the dining room, there is a nice amount of storage. You have the same amount of storage on the other side too as well. But there is a secret storage spot I'm going to show you too. And then here is your hideaway bed and couch combo. This is the one that's most comfortable for me to sleep on. Over here, you have two more of the electric plugs. And then this is the inside where your emergency exit will be. Then here we have your toilet. You have a nice shower. You got your shower controls, and then of course the shower head. You have the shower vent and fan. So again, I am 5'10", and I'm got pretty nice amount of room here. I'd say you can go a few more inches. I wouldn't want to go too much taller. You got your mirror, as well as some medicine cabinet storage space in the bathroom. Here you have another electrical outlet, your standard sink with the hot and cold, and then you have a little bit of storage down here. And then there's pipes behind the board. Now I'm going to show you how the beds work, as well as some of the secret storage spaces. So now I'm 5'10", and I fit pretty good here all the way along. You need to, if you're a little taller, you can remove this. And then that gives you more room. So I could sleep here pretty comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable here, and if I needed a pillow still, I have room for it. Even if I was on this side. Now, one thing to remember about RV size queens, so a lot of RVs will have a short queen. These are usually 60 inches wide and 75 inches long. Just keep that in mind that your RV queen size bed may not be the same as your home queen size bed. Now let's check out the bunks. Now this bunk is pretty snug for me. Another thing about the bunks is my particular model did not come with the staircase. Something I could add on if I wanted to. Let's see a sorry attempt of me trying to get into this top bunk to show you how comfortable it is. But again, same size as the bottom. Just a little headroom here, not much. Definitely going to be more comfortable sleeping sideways. It really isn't bad. I actually don't mind it up here. And I love full when I sleep. Air conditioning blowing right on me. This is my Forest River Wildwood FSX. With my food trailer, we had a crank jack. I did not like the crank jack, so we went ahead and opted to have this added on. So it's an electric jack. But you also got your propane here. I added a gauge to it, so it tells us how much propane we actually have. Here's a leveler to make sure you stay level. That is a piece of the stabilizer bar that I'm going to show you how to use in another video. This is where my battery is stored. I upgraded to lithium recently, and it is working out really good. I'm probably going to do another video on that too in the future. Here we have a Furon solar charge, 10 amps. This is just the wiring for it, so it is not 100% solar ready. So keep that in mind when you're doing research on solar. That is your stove vent. You want to make sure this is open when using the stove. Here you have your propane exhaust. Here you have your freshwater connection. This goes to your freshwater tank. Here is where the water heater is. You do have plugs outside. And then this here is where your outside fridge as well as your griddle is. The griddle pulls out. And you got your fridge. Here you got 2 more USBs and another outlet too as well for your plugs. Here you have your outdoor shower. Up here you have your rear doorway camera. It says it's easy to install, about 15 minutes. Something I'm going to install in the future. Probably make a video on that one too as well. And of course you got your spare tire, your cable satellite connector. Down here you have your sewage system. You got your gray on the left and your black tank on the right. You have your black tank flush here and your city water connection for fresh water here. They are pretty close, so be sure you don't accidentally put your black tank flush hose into your city water connection. I've done it before. It's not sanitary. And then of course my 30 amp plug here. Got the slide out, the emergency window on the outside. And then here is storage. This storage goes all the way back. I got it pretty full here, but I will show you how to access it from inside as well. here, you got your cords and then your chains. And of course, the emergency brake if said trailer gets detached. And then I always keep padlock on. I know it's still easy to get taken off, but I feel like the more work you give them, the less chance they might try doing it. Now let's show you how the awning works. Those awning lights go all the way down. It's nice to have. It's still a little too bright to keep on in a campground, so I wouldn't keep them on, especially if you're in close quarters, but I really like having them. And then the secret storage is so. With that being said, there's a few little things that I'm not a big fan of when it comes to the trailer. I wish this emergency exit was here in the middle bunk window instead. That way, if I'm in the back of the trailer, and there's a fire at the stove, I'm not anywhere near the flames. I don't like that the fridge is so big that you can't get it through the door. If something happens to my fridge, they have to take the slide out. My understanding, a 4,000 job just to start it. So probably $5,000 at the end of the day. Now, I don't like that the hideaway isn't completely hidden. So I'm thinking about maybe I'll put some curtains up or something. I don't know yet. I really enjoy at least having the slide out because I did price a Coleman that did not have a slide out. It was about $2,000 cheaper, but definitely not as much space. This rig, not only do you have plenty of space when it's open, even when the slide out's shut and I'm traveling, say I'm at Walmart, I can still access the fridge, make a sandwich, microwave. I can access the kitchen still, as well as I could still access my bathroom. The air conditioning, my food trailer air conditioning was different. It needed 50 amps in order to be powered. It made being able to use it a lot more difficult. With this being a 30 amp trailer, I love that this AC will work with my generator. Think though that the toilet space needs to be a little bit bigger. Next time I might want to do a little bit bigger on the toilet space, but all in all, especially the shower. The shower is nice and spacious. I do enjoy not always having to use the campground showers, or, if you decide to boondock, then you have a shower. And I really love having the outdoor grill as well as fridge. So it makes it so handy. You don't have to keep climbing up and down those stairs, which, especially when I ran the food trailer, I was climbing up and down those stairs all the time to get supplies and everything. It can be tolling on the body. It's nice to have a fridge and grill outside so you don't have to climb the stairs every time. And again, my name is Shane with MapBound. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.